Welcome. I'll be reacting to Black Sails, Season 4, Episode 2. This is not a market substitute. Please support the original. And what is this gentleman's agenda? Beyond walking past a sunrise artfully. Alright, whoever this is clearly does not have a side.
500 pieces for Long John Silver.
The bounty hunter.
I've seen you. Before you was long.
Before you was long. Yeah.
I killed who?
Killed him.
What?
Okay, Cad Bane.
That's unfortunate. For you.
Right.
Yes, sir. Why didn't he get the word out? Max told him not to, I guess.
I am told it will begin soon. I gave you, both of you, a place to stand here.
You intercepted his message. The warning that was to alert Captain Flint of the governors obstructing the harbor.
This will all pass soon enough, if we let it.
I still think Max is going to switch sides. I really do. Oh, look at this color on her. It's perfect. It's like light teal, light blue.
He could send us ships. And guns. And mercenaries.
He won't, but he could.
Given our state of affairs, it seems more than worth a try.
And she did marry someone who is a governor somewhere that has to help.
Calling you a part of it certainly wouldn't hurt matters.
Denying passage in or out of the bay. If we cede to his demand, he will leave.
Eleanor.
We will bring her out of Nassau back here.
There ain't no good way in from the west.
I like how he trusts Anne more than Jack. I would too.
I must say, it caught me by surprise. Your assertion that Mr. Silver had revealed the whereabouts of the buried cash.
Not me.
Had I not stepped in, who knows how destructive that could have become for everyone.
This is why she needs to be in charge.
I board the sloop.
No.
And I run.
You just said it's too far to outrun.
To Philadelphia, it's too far, but I can make safe harbor somewhere nearer. The door will be open for you to reach your grandfather and gain his aid. And where I stand is the only way out of this.
Well, you cannot fault him for being brave.
When you condemn a dozen men in as many hours, perhaps remorse is a bit much to ask. We should be moving past this, not wallowing in it.
And I believe there is more you could be doing to aid us in ferreting out those radicals.
That was a threat.
The governor and his wife will set sail from here aboard separate vessels.
That means he's in charge.
I alone am to be left in charge of Nassau's security.
That's gonna be so bad. Max, you are in so much trouble right now.
And at this moment, Captain Beringer is a man before whom Nassau lives in terror. Right now, that might be what she needs.
No, it's not. I'm worried Max is not going to survive this season. She's in such a dangerous position right now.
And one of the deadliest men that Nassau ever knew. I heard his name was Israel Hands.
Oh my goodness. This is Hans. Originally, he was Flint's gunner. And I always assumed that he was on board somewhere, but just not named. This is so huge. Oh. I love how this show introduces characters and then either does not reveal their name until later, or I just plain missed it. And then they make a kind of, your name is Israel Hands. And it's like, you know? I mean, I still remember episode 1 when we got to meet him, and finally they reveal his name is John Silver. That's a similar moment. Well played, Black Sails. That was such a terrifying scene when he was climbing up the mast with the knife between his teeth, and the kid was just up there, like, and the whole ship was careening back and forth. Amazing scene in the book. Terrifying.
I sincerely hope it isn't because you're still holding out for some sort of apology from Teach.
How did they end up on the same crew together?
We are brothers that sail beneath the black. How can a man like that be the best of us? Thousands of men in Nassau are living in fear of my return because I decreed it. And you trade all of that for what?
500?
500 pieces.
Maybe this is how he gets in on a share of the treasure. Nicely done, Billy.
I had heard that you might be coming to set us free. I'm glad that you came. I need you to go.
Oh, don't be depressed. You're going to write a sequel.
I should be going.
Shouldn't he depart while it's still light? Like at sunset, so they could see he was on board? Sunset is around 5:30 to 6 p.m. in December in the Bahamas. Alright, so it's probably 9 p.m. Whenever they do the bells, I like to try and guess what the time is. It's a thing, okay?
All I could think about was having a chance to make her pay for what she'd done. It would be so easy, and I don't want to do it.
You still love her.
So they took precautions against any move that might incite revolt. And children who were held on the other plantations would be punished.
That's
More
sick.
severely. Many of them would die by their own hand before they let that happen.
We'll move quickly. Take the other plantations as well.
To 7 different estates. The only way to free them safely is
Do
if
it
it is
all.
all at once.
Yes.
Simultaneous revolts across the island.
I lost 6 men tonight.
Henry, Davis, restrain the captain.
No.
What are you doing?
We will hold our position here until we can find our way into Nassau and free the rest of the men.
You're condemning their families. Silver, where are you? Did you talk Israel over to your side by now? Billy.
I would have seen in that bird the darkest of all omens, bringer of death. There are other men nearer Clifton, my mother's home. An indication from the heavens that someone up there favored our endeavor together.
Maybe it was both.
I asked him what he thought it meant. Dinner.
And this is kind of the closest they've come to kind of a memorial for Vane, sitting around talking about him.
I wonder if he were here now, watching us battle with the choice to kill her in his name or defeat the governor. And then I wonder if maybe we don't have to work that hard to imagine what he'd say.
He'd want you to take back Nassau. I'm surprised we haven't come back to the Spain storyline yet this season, because that's quite an adventurous story in itself. He's definitely having her watched. Berenger's not going to like this.
Long John Silver. So big a name for so small a man.
I've come to offer you a chance to earn back our friendship.
What I want is for all of this to end.
Yeah, I've been getting that feeling.
You will be gone, but you will live. And for that I will consider whatever debts I may owe you to be paid in full.
I'm like, that's Israel you're dealing with. 3 men's not going to be enough. Well, at least these two know where they stand now. They have so much story to cover. It's interesting that they're taking this much time to kind of set the stage for it. The full rift between Billy and Flint was obviously inevitable. It was interesting that it was over this, though, because Flint was actually right in this instance. Billy was willing to risk all those families just for winning the day that one time, which was wrong. Flint was actually protecting people. I mean, obviously it was in his own interests, but the one thing that he is able to do is make tactical retreats and say, okay, in this moment, we need to do the reasonable thing, even if it doesn't seem like the cool political thing to do. And he's able to put his foot down, which he did here. And I think Maddie's going to respect him a lot more for it, because she was really not happy with having to deal with him as her ally. And I cannot blame her for that. But he actually showed his loyalty here, which is somewhat admirable, especially for him. I kind of wonder if there's a tiny part of that which did so because he knew Silver probably would have. Max. Oh, Max. She's so unhappy with how things are going. And unfortunately, rather than trying to truly fix the situation, she's trying to kind of salvage what's left and is just making enemies of all sides. She went out in the dead of night to meet a pirate. Clearly, she's already under suspicion. She's being followed. Captain Berenger is going to assume from here on she's an enemy. Meanwhile, she half betrayed Silver, and she's basically saying, look, I don't want any part of this political nonsense anymore. I just want it to end. Just wanting it to be that way isn't going to get it there. Max has not only not picked a side, she's antagonizing both of them. Like, if you want to be neutral, that's fine, but you've got to play both sides. And that's what she was doing before, and now she's just so done. She's like, I don't know what her plan is. I don't think she has one right now. She's just upset. The funny thing is, in reality, after the bulk of the British forces left, there weren't really that many English left. So technically, Flint's original plan of just barreling in there probably would have worked. But he didn't present it in a calm manner. He was just like, we're gonna do this. And Billy was like, I don't take orders from you anymore. I'm very interested to see what will happen with Blackbeard, because there is a direction that they can go with this to kind of combo history again that I think they probably will. And if they go that direction, it's going to be so cool. We will see. This is so random. I heard sound going on, so I went over to my computer. Space 1999 opened up a video and started playing it. I have not been near there. I'm just saying that's